welcome back to our post-PAX edition of Part of the Distraction. I'm one of your hosts, DJBLUEPDX, and with me, of course, is the one and only Lost Drake.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So we don't have a whole lot of time today for this. We're going to work it out. First of all, we had a great trip. Lots of things we did over at in Seattle at the Washington State Convention Center for PAX West 2022. Lots of vendors we got a chance to talk to, and we've made some great connections for some new guests that we're going to have on the show in the upcoming weeks. We're very excited about it. The first thing we do kind of want to touch on, just for the moment, before we get going into everything else, of course, because we're recording this today, and it is unfortunate to have to talk about, but we wanted to give our heartfelt condolences to everyone in England at the loss of Queen Elizabeth II, the longest ruling monarch in history. She was for over 70 years the ruling queen of England. And while that is the royals are a position that is seen mostly as
a figurehead.
Figurehead. It's still an important piece of history, and it's an important legacy that is going on. I know that everything is going to be coming to a halt for a little bit over there, and our hearts go out.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. She's been a mainstay in the world and world politics, and for a long time. Yeah, and this is going to be different.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird thing. I mean, obviously, there's been so much that's happened over the last 70 plus years. You know, especially in England and the rise and fall of power and. It's been a very interesting thing, and obviously, you know, it's also going to be more interesting, and you know, it's what happens next is it going to be a male or female that takes over?
Well,
you know what I mean?
As in standard, in I would say perpetuity, the procedural elements. King Charles III has been crowned king.
Yeah.
He is now the King of England for the time being. I would imagine that since he's already 73 at this point, I would imagine from what my conversations with some friends of mine who lived there, most likely he will be abdicating the throne to William, but time will tell. Right now they've got to deal with a change in leadership, and, you know, God save the king.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. And it'll be the first time we've had a king in a very, very long time, you know?
Yep.
So it'll be maybe that's, you know, maybe that will be a drastic change for the UK. And I know that's a big blow to a lot of people, and I guess we're just going to see what happens. But, you know, another crazy, amazing person in the world has fallen, and it just seems to come in droves. I mean, people get older. I mean, that's just life in general. We lose people, and you know, people pass away, and it's unfortunate. And you know, so, but you know, again, God bless, God less stress, and hope everybody, you know, over there makes it through. You know, it's a devastating blow to that country. So
now, speaking of things we got to make it through, we definitely want to say from here on out, this is going to be a spoiler-ridden show because we've got some things to talk about. And, you know, when it comes to death and destruction, nothing showed us more innate death and destruction than these motherfuckers right here. Cyberpunk gave us an opportunity to check out the first 2 episodes of their brand new anime called Edgerunners that is premiering on Netflix, I believe, today.
Next Tuesday.
No, next Tuesday. It's next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
It's astounding. We got to see the first 2 episodes. It is not for children.
No.
Not for children. I will say that it did work. It inspired me to actually load the game up and actually start setting up my character. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to show of that process on stream because I don't want to get popped for nudity, but there is some nudity up in this game.
No, you can stream it. If it's in the game, you can stream it, because I mean, even when I was making my character, like, I didn't mute it and I never got in trouble. So I'm assuming, I mean, I would assume that it doesn't really break TOS because it's part of the game. And it's animated. It's not real. So it's not like you're going up there just flashing porn. But also at the flip side of it, everybody that pretty much went, they all told me they re-downloaded it, or they downloaded it for, I know Zeke did. And And they also, one thing that did happen on Tuesday, when we got back, that day they announced the new expansion for Cyberpunk as well, which is going to be coming out either later this year or next year. I can't remember, but it is the first official expansion for Cyberpunk. We all know how rocky of a start Cyberpunk got, but I feel like they have fixed everything in the game. Everybody that plays it currently has told me that every bug that people were complaining about has been fixed. And it really doesn't have, anything more than what a normal game would have for normal bugs, But also on the flip side of it too, actual story element customizations, character designs, and also things from the new anime were dropped, along with weapons and other cosmetics were dropped in the game as of Tuesday. So you guys can boot up. You guys get all those for free just for being part of the Cyberpunk family. And you guys all know how much I love Cyberpunk. I just in general, before the game was even a thing, like I've always liked that Cyberpunk, that Japanese Neo City, very neon lights. I've always loved that. I mean, obviously I grew up on Total Recall, and I grew up on those type of movies that, like, the old school Cyberpunk style, and I am really excited. And I will tell you guys this right now. This show is, I'm a big anime guy, and a lot of the guys that went with us don't even watch anime. They don't watch cartoons. They don't, but for me, us,
anime is always hit or miss. But for this show, I'm down. I am down.
It was very gory, very violent. Lots of blood, gore, animation, sex scenes, masturbation. There was, and I'm just saying this because it's just the truth. I mean, there was scenes where they're literally inside like a VR headset jacked in,
it's just a hot mess.
Literally. Yeah, they're sleeping with people, but the story arc and the main characters were so well developed. I really liked it. At first, you're just kind of like, all right, do I like it? Is it, because you were trying, it was very slow paced at first. Well, actually, I take that back. It started off with chaos, and then it got really slow paced because it was trying to go into the main character. And the main character is a student that is going to become a corpo, which is like the basically like the business high end, for basically they're like the most revered out of all in the city. They're the rich families, the people who basically runs all the businesses. And it's a very corrupt business, obviously. If you played the game, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I just started, and I ended up choosing a corpo as my.
So did I. I was a corpo as well.
Person, just because I was like, all right, let's see what's going on here. But other people have said to go street gang,
street rat.
Other people have said go with the third option, scavenger.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a game that gives you multiple endings, plenty of hours. I mean, like, I think I'm on 82 hours in the game, and I still haven't beat it. I still need to go back and beat it. I was actually talking about maybe playing it on stream this week, which I think it'll definitely be revitalized. I think a lot of people are going to be playing it after Tuesday. They're going to be like, oh shit, this is cool. Like, you know what I mean? And people who were like, oh, I don't know, the game sucked when it came out. I wrote a bad review about it on the Reddit because I had one bug. It's like, dude, come on. Like, it had a rocky start. Don't get me wrong. 100%. Like, but it's got fucking Keanu Reeves in it. How much can you hate it? I mean, really.
Yeah.
But yes, so it is pretty awesome. I'm very excited about it. And you basically follow behind this kid. He goes to school. He gets the shit kicked out of him a little bit. And then the very beginning sequence that happens in the very beginning, he ends up taking that military grade tech and infusing it on himself, and he does not adjust well.
No, not even remotely.
And there was a person that he has been noticing, and I don't remember what her name was. Do you remember what her name was? The chick with that basically disappeared and was stealing the cards out of people's necks.
I forgot her name, but she's a bitch.
Yeah. So anyway, she is kind of the bitchy. She's kind of the bitchy, like side piece / I don't even know how to explain it, but she's kind of like an anti-hero, is the best way to put it. She's there to help and guide. She seems to care about him, but also is only there for herself. She's one of those type of characters. But I'm sure they'll progress and they'll fall in love and blah 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 blah. It seems very driven towards that, but maybe not. Maybe we'll get a complete switch because there were some pretty crazy cliffhangers. But the animation style, fantastic. Definitely Cyberpunk. Definitely anime. I believe even the people that made the artwork for Cyberpunk are actually from a Japanese studio. And it just, man, it was awesome. Like, I'm really excited for it. So yes, I mean, obviously I know you guys have been diving into all the shows that have been coming out. Obviously House of Dragons has been fucking amazing. People on the internet are stupid. I'm sorry, you guys are, because Lord of Rings is getting bad reviews and people are bashing it. It's fucking fantastic.
Because and is it because there happen to be black elves?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
The first episode, I loved it. I thought it was great. We're gonna watch the second one last night.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You okay over there?
No, ever since I got home, I've been ultra tired. I've been sleeping 12 hours a night.
I know. It's been. I've been tired since I've been back from PAX too.
Yeah. I mean, that was a long thing. That was a big.
Yeah, 5 days of nonstop talking, and here we are talking again.
I know. So yeah, Cyberpunk, big deal. It's coming out next week.
Next Tuesday.
If you guys are gonna get back into the game, let us know if you have any tips, tricks, or things you want us to take a look at, or storylines you think we should follow in our playthrough, because I've never played through it before. It's gonna be my first time. Dude.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah,
you're gonna love it.
We also got to see the brand new Ark.
Yeah.
Two times. We got to see the brand new Ark game. We also got to see the brand new Ark HD graphics that is being produced by Intel, which is awesome.
Yep.
That thing was so smooth, it was ridiculous. We got to hang out, of course, with CLX, and everyone at the Intel booth. Origin was there. iBuyPower was there, which is weird. I didn't think they would actually be able to have a booth, and they did.
Yeah.
Got to hang out with Muse from FaZe Clan for a little bit.
Yep.
So we saw lots of different people. Ricari was there. Stein was there. Yeah.
Captain Robert. There was a lot. There was a lot of people that we met up that we haven't seen in years. From the Mixer days. There was a lot of cool people. We also got to go to the Amazon Creator Party, which was really cool. I am a content creator for Amazon as well, and DJ and some of the others got to go with me as well, and we went in and it was awesome. They got to show off some of the new game expansions and some other stuff, and we got to meet some really great people. That was fantastic. And Amazon's got some big stuff coming down the pipeline, guys, and the expansions and this new stuff. And also, and I'll just say this now, after a long time of trying to get it fixed, they finally fixed my drops on Twitch while I was there live. So now you guys can watch my stream and get all the drops in the game.
That's awesome.
And so you guys can tune in and watch me when I play Lost Ark. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, you guys know my love for Lost Ark. It's like Diablo, but also with an MMO setting, and I fucking love it. They've been pumping out new classes and new areas and new dungeons and new raids left and right. I've kind of been on a little bit of a hiatus from it, but I will be getting back into it soon. So if you guys want to check that out, you can come to my channel. And and then DJ over here, he ended up getting us in the CLX booth. We ended up doing a live broadcast from the booth. And we were talking about our experience, and we did that on TikTok. We were all over the place. We had a lot of stuff going on. We got to go to the Nintendo booth. I got to play Splatoon 3, which is coming out tomorrow, which is really cool. That was cool that they had the booth there and then got everybody to play it, and then it's coming out tomorrow. Amazing new game for Nintendo, so big ups for them. And just having them at a convention was fantastic. And then, I mean, shit, I'm trying to think of everything. There was so much stuff. There's a new Mech Assault game that's coming out, which is really exciting because I don't know if you guys remember that giant-ass controller on original Xbox that you could buy. They had 2 Mech Assault style games that were there, but there was Metalcore that's coming out. What else? What else stood out to you, DJ?
Well, I mean, I did a lot of I did the walkthroughs. Obviously, did a walk and talk with CLX around. I got to see some really amazing things. ASUS had a liquid cooled 3080 Ti. We also got to take a look at the things over at BenQ. Our friends over
Yeah.
at ViewSonic had some really incredible technology coming into their monitors that I thought was rather groundbreaking. I
Yeah.
did notice there wasn't a whole lot of there wasn't as many displays. It wasn't as AAA level game ready.
Yeah.
There was a lot
Yeah.
of oversized booths with very little to do in them.
Yeah. It was 60%. I want to say 60% of what PAX used to be, but it was way better than last year. I will tell you that.
Yeah, I didn't go last year, but I don't think I missed a whole lot.
Yeah, you didn't. It was literally just Bandai Namco. They did Tales of Arise, and that was the only major developer that was in the entire. It was all indie and tabletop. This year, and obviously, you know, for a lot of you guys who don't know this, but basically PAX is going to be organizing E3. And they are going to be setting up E3, which is next June, which we will be there. At least I am almost 100% certain we're going to be there. And we're going to be doing everything in our power. Obviously, I think by PAX East, I was telling DJ this before we started recording, I think PAX East is going to be back up to 100%. I think we're going to have Nintendo in the building. I think we're going to have Bethesda and all these. There's going to be so many major developers back in the building because the beginning of Q1 next year is going to be insane. So many games got pushed back from this winter season, and I think they're all coming back first quarter. And you know, from January to April is just going to be like boom, 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 and we're going to get all kinds of shit. And then we're going to have a big fall and winter season as well, because at the end of it, we've got so many new games that are going to be announced at E3. They're going to fucking hit us hard. Also, one thing that people aren't talking about that's actually happening, the D23 is right around the corner, and for anybody who doesn't know that, that's Disney's big showcase as well. But for the first time ever, they are doing a Disney and Marvel specific section showcase just for their games. So Disney is coming out guns a-blazing, and we're going to probably get a lot on Star Wars, unannounced games from Star Wars, Marvel. We're probably going to get new updates on Midnight Sun and Avengers, and which they did extend that for another year, which is great under new development team. So many cool things that are coming around the corner, guys. So yes, and we have a lot of TV. She-Hulk has been amazing. I don't care what anybody fucking says. It is so right now as far as culture goes, like just the TikTok using actual tweets of people bashing She-Hulk, and Disney's getting smart about their marketing, and it's been really great. And so far, and all the reviews for last night, or technically today's episode, all have been 9s and up. So they're getting progressively better. And I think that if you guys haven't tuned in to watch She-Hulk on Disney Plus, make sure you guys do that. The brand new Pinocchio live,
right, with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, I watched it last night. I watched it last night. It was actually much better than the cartoon, in my opinion. I think it was much better. They definitely hit all the topics. It felt a little rushed, but I feel that they definitely changed up the whale. He is a sea creature now, which he had like tentacles and shit. It was very interesting. And Tom Hanks did a great job. I mean, obviously, Figaro, the cat, amazing CGI. It was really good, and he was cute, and they had the fish and stuff. Jiminy Cricket was perfect. But I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of backlash because all these insensitive fucking people that can't move on with culture. The fairy was black, so everybody's probably going to go in a fucking uproar about that. But you know what? The Blue Fairy, literally, the actress that plays the Blue Fairy, I know her from somewhere. I didn't get a chance to look her up, but she's been in a lot of stuff. And she's saying the most classic, iconic When You Wish Upon a Star. That is like one of the most iconic songs for Disney. And she sang it beautifully. So for all the haters out there, if you didn't like it because she's black, then go fuck yourself. Like, for real, let's move on, guys. Come on. Like, this shit is fucking just getting old. You know, people are bashing on so many characters because they're black, especially Lord of the Rings. It's like, you know what? Racist. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Just because of the color of skin does not mean they're a bad person. What the fuck? Like, who gives a shit? if I went outside and got lobster burnt brown, are you gonna fucking hate me because I'm a different color? No, you're gonna be like, oh, the asshole got a sunburn. Yeah. Like, stop being fucking dickheads. Like, they're born amazing people, and unless they're a douchebag, I mean, if they're a douchebag, they're a douchebag. Yeah. I don't care what color their skin is. But ultimately, at the end of the day, like, you guys got to get over this hate fucking canceling bullshit because they're, oh my God, it's a black Ariel. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit?
True. Speaking of canceling, we also experienced, right? You got a chance to play with some great noise canceling headphones from the folks over at Audio-Technica.
Yes, I did.
Who had a great booth there, multiple different mics. They premiered a brand new product. They have headphones that were incredible. And then they also had some brand new wireless technology for their earbuds that helped you get through the snorers at night.
Yeah. So yeah, the two people that I was with, Circus and Zeke, you know who you are. Yeah, I'll call you out. But straight up, they are the loudest goddamn snorers ever. And Zeke was actually good this trip. He actually wasn't that bad because he had a lot of Jack and Cokes and he kind of slept through his snoring. But Circus was like a freight train, or you know, like when those bathrooms, like you're sitting in there and you hear the pipe shaking in the wall. It's like that was him out of his face, but with more boogers. Like, it was just fucking horrible. It was the worst experience of my life. I was literally laying in bed and I could not sleep. Well, anyway, so we went into Audio-Technica and we got to try out their new condenser mic. We got to try out all their new mic software, which, if you guys don't know who Audio-Technica is, they're basically more known in the music industry, recording, and they're more known for just quality sound. Headsets and other things like that. Like, they've been known for that too, because they're collapsible and they have really good surround. They have Dolby Atmos. They have all that stuff, right? All the bells and whistles that every other headset company has. But the one thing I did like about them is they were extremely lightweight. Zeke ended up buying the headphones when we were in the booth, along with everything else in the booth. But also,
it was fucking great.
But yeah, it was awesome. We turned around, they're like, well, would you like a t-shirt? Because but we were literally talking to them too, and we've been trying to find, you know, stuff that we can support the podcast and support you as a community. And we went in there and we actually talked to them about multiple different things. We talked to them about the quality of their mics, the quality of their headsets, and just the amount of knowledge and how much they portray to not only the customers but also just to each other. Like, they were so good about it. And if we're lucky enough, we might even get one of them on the show. We actually talked to them about coming on the show and, you know, maybe even do some giveaways. We don't know what's going to happen yet. PAX, we're letting everybody decompress because, like, we just went around talking, but those guys had to talk to every person that came in the booth. They had to break down the booth, do all that stuff. So we normally give them about a week to decompress, and then we reach out to everybody and start the conversations. But hopefully big things come from them, and we would love for you guys to be able to pick up some headsets from Audio-Technica. And but the canceling earbuds, I will say this right now, I've had Bose headsets or canceling earbuds. I've had, you know, Samsung. I've had all the different types, right? I'm not joking when I say these. I've even used them at home now because, like, it is such a calming, peaceful experience when you don't have to listen to surround sound. When you're trying to lay down and go to sleep and you have a fan going, or the dogs are barking, or there's something happening, and you put those bad boys in and you just push one button and it cancels out everything. You turn on some nice music and you just fall asleep. And that's what I did every single night. I did not hear snoring once when I put them in, and it got me through, because if I wouldn't have got sleep, I probably, you know, I would probably have been the only one coming home.
People would have been seriously irritated.
So they're really amazing, and honestly, hopefully we work with them, because I would love for you guys to be able to get a discount and be able to pick those up. It would be fantastic. And they're top quality. Like, I love them, and I also used them on the plane when I flew back, and I was sitting right above the wing on the engine. Normally, you hear the engine soaring, and you know you hear it. And by the way, I forgot to tell you this, DJ. We flew right over. I forget what the name of the mountain is. The volcano. Mount starts with an N. It's right on the
Mount
tip.
St. Helens.
No, the giant ass mount, the volcano. It starts with an N. God damn it! What the hell is the name of it? It's gonna drive me nuts. But anyway, it's like right when you fly out of Seattle. It's the giant mountain, and
Right.
it's
Mount
a volcano.
St. Helens.
No, it's not Mount St. Helens. No, it starts with an N. It's gonna drive me nuts. Hang on, I'm gonna find it. Seattle, volcano.
Seattle volcanoes. There you go.
Yeah, it is Mount Rainier. There you go, Mount Rainier. It wasn't an N. It was Mount Rainier. There you go.
Rainier. It is Rainier. It is not Rainer. It is Rainier.
Whatever, Rainier. All it does is rain there. It's depressing. Seattle sucks. The end. But besides the point, by the way, Seattle sucks. I'm sorry. It does. Like, that town is so beat down and beat up. I hate it.
Honestly, that town was a little bit.
It was rough.
Twisted,
it was rough. Seattle, you got to get your shit together, man. So many bums and crackheads and people literally with crack pipes on the street.
We walked through a cloud of crack smoke.
Oh, dude. It smelled like fucking straight up dog shit.
Was awful.
Horrible. Like, everywhere. Cops don't even give a shit.
We watched 4 guys literally huddle in a quarter, just
smoking
crack out with glass tubes and tinfoil and shit.
Dude.
It smelled like cat piss. It was fuck. I'm like, why does this place smell like cat piss? And I turned around, and I'm like, oh, fuck, that's crack. That's crack.
Literally. Guys, Seattle, clean your shit up. I don't care what anybody says, how much you guys love that city. That town is gross. It is falling the fuck apart. People blame it on COVID and everything else. I was there before COVID. It still stunk and still had bums and still had shit going on. Every major city has that shit, but yeah.
Yeah, every major city does have that shit. I will say that I was the gay bars are fun.
Yeah. You definitely had some fun.
Had a blast there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Donovan.
But yes, it was definitely, everybody had a good time across the board. It was really good, and I know that, like, just in general, PAX, that's why we go there. We don't go there for Seattle, but we definitely went there. We were right across the street. DJ, on the other hand, stayed in one of the shittiest hotels in his existence.
Oh fuck, dude! It was
Marco Polo.
Was fucking rough, bro.
And we will straight up tell everybody that if you ever want to stay in a hotel for cheap, just remember, don't stay at Marco Polo.
Yeah. Do not. It's just
-5 stars. It was bad news.
Just fucking horrifying.
Yeah. No bueno. No bueno at all. And he actually had to come over to our hotel to take a shower because there was no water pressure. And
no, we didn't done that. It was our shower started backing up.
Oh, gross.
And
so
Grayson called me, and of course these people at this is a place where hookers go to die and get buried inside of the fucking mattresses. I swear to God,
Jesus.
It was a hot fucking nightmare.
Yeah, no bueno.
And
yeah, it's no bueno. And then I think also too, like, as far as, you know, everything that has happened with PAX over the last couple years, obviously with, you know, COVID and everything else, 2019 was the last year that everybody's like, man, 2019 was great, you know, because that was the last year that we all went.
Like, was it though? Yeah.
But straight up, like, going from last year to this year at PAX West, my experience was greatly increased. I felt like I actually had meetings and I had things lined up, and I felt like a content creator again, which was great. So many things, so many appearances, so many things we got to go behind the scenes. And again, you know, Amazon threw an amazing party. I mean, open bar, food, they were so great. And they were the only smart ones that actually did it outside, because Seattle doesn't believe in fucking AC.
Well, it rarely ever gets hot enough there for you to need it. And but yeah, no, there was some weather that it was, at least it wasn't overpowering. But man, when you get inside and a whole bunch of motherfuckers wandering around, it's just a sweaty mess.
I will say though, for the first time ever, this is one positive to wearing a mask. I did not get hit in the face with any BO blast. Not once. Not one time.
Somebody sent me an LED mask and I wore it for about the first hour, and it was so thick and it just kept right up in my schnoz. I was like, fuck this. I can't walk and breathe. I can wear this and stand still, The minute I have to move and push air in and out of my face, it's not gonna work. So I had a box of colored face masks, and I matched my face mask with my clothes every single day.
Yeah.
It's a different color each day.
Yeah. Look, you got me on it now.
I know, it's terrible.
And I got to stream after this too. But yeah, no, for real though, I will definitely say that this overall was one of the better experiences. I think that, like I said, I think PAX East will be back to full strength. I think we're gonna have Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony. They'll be back in the buildings again. And I think even like companies like Bungie and other, especially Bungie, because that'll be right around the time that their new expansion's coming out. And you know, I can't say who it's with yet, but I will tell you guys this: we got about 3.5 weeks. 3.5 weeks. Jesus Christ, we're gonna be back out again. We're gonna be at TwitchCon. No, you'll be there. Shut your butt. You shut your butt. But we have about 3.5 weeks. TwitchCon pops off, and we're gonna be out there. If you guys are following the podcast, if you guys want to come up and say hello, we're going to be there. Obviously, this is on YouTube, but we are planning on doing some more stuff on Twitch in the future. We just haven't had a chance. It's been like bam, 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 bam. With the holiday season coming up, it's going to be a lot of people are going to be going out. I also, DJ, I haven't even told you this. I started working on some new Pardon the D merch. So we're going to have that soon. We're going to have some new hats. We're going to have some new comfy pants. We're going to have a bunch of stuff so you guys can lounge about while you're drinking your coffee in the morning, listening to us rant about how everything sucks or that it's great. And also, with that being said, if all the planets align, one thing I did not even bring this up to you, DJ, the entire time we were there. Okay. But I did have a discussion with the PAX staff about panels. And I told them, I'm like, we have a pretty amazing podcast, and I think it's pretty awesome. And I definitely want to be part of the panelist option for PAX East. What is going to be available for that? What are we going to have down the road? And they said that they are going to email me the second that it's available so we can sign up so we don't miss it this time. So, awesome. And that was actually from the event coordinator. I actually met him. He was there. His name was Stan, I believe. I hope it's Stan. God, I'm going to feel bad. I'm really bad with names. I'm great with faces. But yeah, so I was talking to him and he said he was going to send it out to me. I gave him my card and my business information. So hopefully, guys, you'll get a full live podcast directly from PAX East or maybe even E3. You never know. Which would be amazing. E3 panel would be amazing. But just more opportunity to meet you guys and get front and center, get new people in the audience to interact with us and be part of what we do. And I hope you guys are enjoying what we're doing because literally, like, we put so much effort and work into this. And we'll be exhausted after the weekend, and we're still recording, and like we wanted to get this up for you guys as well. So, and then also I think on the flip side too, with everything, I mean, we met with so many other companies, and I know you brought up BenQ, amazing monitor company. Yeah. They got some of the top. Literally their monitors were almost in every booth. And if that means the industry, they're just phenomenal. Like they had Spider-Man.
Yeah, it was fucking great.
The Spider-Man they were running at 4K at 140, and it was just fucking amazing.
The fact that they have 4K monitors that run at 144 hertz is perfect.
Yeah,
and
it was so nice. They had curved options. They had cheaper options. They really weren't that expensive. There were expensive ones too. They were about mid-grade in price, but they are cheaper than some of the Samsungs or some of the LG monitors that are out there right now. And we had some really good conversations with them when we were there. So hopefully that will progress too. And that, like I said, that is what we are trying to, lock up some really cool stuff for you guys to be able to, support this podcast, but also at the same time, get new equipment that we can show off and love and do some box openings and give some giveaways and do some really fun stuff. And I think as we progress, we're going to be doing that more often. We are almost to that 4,000 marker. And we only have until the end of the year to hit that marker, guys. So otherwise it resets. So make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you guys tune in and watch the podcast from front to back.
Please do.
Share it with your friends. Tell your buddies about it. Make sure you guys go out there, watch it, because we are right fucking there. We're at 3780 right now for total watch time. We have to be at 4,000 to get our partnership and actually be partnered on YouTube. Please fucking help us. Help us get there. We need it. We want it. We love it. And then also too, on the front of that as well, when we start getting there, then it also means that, you know, all of our hard work finally paid off, because having a check mark next to your name on YouTube is a huge deal. And, you know, so yeah, go out there and make sure you guys do it. And then what else, DJ? I mean, what else do we have to talk about? I mean, we actually breezed through that pretty smooth.
Well, there wasn't a whole lot to cover, so to speak.
Yeah.
But,
we did a lot, but some stuff we can't talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, is there's stuff that is going to be in the works for a little bit, and it's going to take a while to go through. So with that being said, I think we covered all of PAX. We've got some guests coming up going forward that we're gonna that also we can't really talk about that. I don't want to overcommit, but that'll be coming through. In the meantime, we've got a few minutes left, and it's time for us to bounce. So you can always find The Lost Drake on all the platforms and all the things at The Lost Drake. You can buy DJBLUEPDX at all the things at DJBLUEPDX, and yeah, there you go. Scan that QR code that's completely out of focus. There you go.
Boom, right there. Look,
make sure you hit like and subscribe on all of our stuff. There you go. And we will see you next time live right here on Pardon the Distraction. Peace.
Peace out. We'll see you next week.
Later.